Hi, I'm Tim Chafee. I'm here at the Borderland exhibit at the Creation Museum to do an unboxing, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. That's what this box is here for. But if you haven't seen the Borderland exhibit, you need to check it out. It's about Israel in the time of Jesus, and what we do, we go through a lot of that history that takes place between the close of the Old Testament and then 400 years later as the New Testament opens to give you that background for the life and ministry of Jesus. So you get to learn about all the different people groups like the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Zealots. You get to learn about Pilate and Herod and all of those things that you read about in the New Testament. And we wanted to put that into a book for you. And this is not just a normal book as we're going to see. So let's unbox this thing and let's take a look. Try not to cut myself here, and that would make it an entertaining video, I'm sure. But all right, so this book is very different than anything we've done before, and it's kind of like an art concept book. Let's take a look. I've seen mock-ups of it, and it's pretty spectacular. So here it is, Borderland, Israel in the time of Jesus. I'm going to get rid of this box here. All right, so here's the Borderland book, and let's open it up. This is, maybe you've seen these before. A lot of movies will do this. They'll have like an art concept book, and this is an art concept book combined with all of the content that you're going to see in this exhibit. So it's really a way to take the exhibit home with you. Let's see if we can find an example of that in this. So here we've got some of the designs for the various logos that you see throughout the exhibit. Here's some of the concept as well. Here's a good page for it. So you'll see just how the artists are creating assets in 3D rendering on the computer. They're making all of these things so that they can put them into the different art pieces that they're designing. So it shows you all of the behind the scenes of how our artists and designers were able to create this incredible exhibit and make it a lot more of an engaging book. And so if you're somebody who enjoys design work and artwork, you're going to really enjoy this. But if you're also somebody who loves history, we've got a lot of that for you as well. So one of the things I wanted to do as I was writing is really help you understand more about the New Testament. So in this one, you know how Jesus is called the son of a carpenter. So we dive into what that word means. In modern English, we tend to think of somebody who works with wood, but at that time, it's somebody who worked with wood, somebody who could work with metal or stone, and it's just a builder is what that Greek word means. And so you'll get the content from the exhibit. You also get a comment on this one. It's from me talking about why I wanted to focus on this issue, and then a lot of the clothing items, you'll see content about that along with comments from one of our designers who did a lot of research into that. We've got a coin exhibit in here, so you'll see those in this book as well. Let me just show you a few other things we've got in this book as we go through it. So I know we've got a timeline around here somewhere. Let's see, because when you're learning history, here we go. Timelines are very helpful. You want to be able to place those things into history and understand where they are in relation to others. So we've got a timeline from the exhibit. Actually, there's three in this exhibit, one from the Greek era, one from the Roman era, and then we've got another one at around the fall of Jerusalem, those last several years of the Jewish-Roman War. So from AD 66 to 73, with the fall of Masada, we've got that as well. We've got the material culture. You learn about the clothing, about the jewelry, about their hairstyles. You learn really about everything you can imagine about that culture. We've put that into this book, which is also in the exhibit. Let's see. Let me show you we've also got these large pictures in this exhibit that are full spreads. So we've been able to incorporate those into the book as well. And so you get to enjoy that artwork, not just on a small scale, but you get them fairly large. The Borderland book is unique in so many ways. If you are an aspiring artist, designer, you'll get to see some of the thought process of how our artists went about this task. And you'll see the design, the concepts and everything as you're going through the book. Let me see if I can see one of those pages. So just like this one, here's an initial sketch and then something a little more detailed, and then here's the full piece. And so you'll see that. You'll see some of the 3D models, how they're 3D printed, those sorts of details. So we included all of that in this book and so much more. And again, at nearly 300 pages, every single thing from this exhibit packed into this one book, which is now available to order on our website, answersingenesis.org, and it will soon be available in our bookstores at the Creation Museum and the Ark Encounter. This is one you don't want to miss.